Hello everyone, it's Melissa. I am back with my second process video. I'm going to start by pulling from my product jar. I will pull 7 and only use 5 this time around. So wood veneer and tags, ribbon, roller stamps, dies, miscellaneous, that's whatever I'd like, phrase stickers, and sequins. So like I said, I'm only going to end up using 5. I'm showing you here some Carpe Diem Simple Stories free printables from National Scrapbook Day. You can find them online, and if I remember, I will put a link to them in the description box below. The other is a National Scrapbook Day free printable from Elle Studio. And here I'm showing you the 3 photographs that I am going to use. They are from my girls' trip to Novi. The title that I have there is from the American Crafts Thickers You and Me, and it says Friends in a fun brush script black foam font, and I really like that. I'm using American Crafts paper. I don't know where it's from. I got it from Joann Fabrics when they were having their pattern paper sale. You can see I'm cutting the Eat, Sleep, Scrap, Repeat printable, and although it's a Project Life card, I'll be incorporating it into my layout. Now, what's going to happen here is I'm going to fuss quite a bit with embellishments and papers, and my head's gonna get in the way quite a bit. I'm not exactly sure what my plan is at this point, except I just want it to be fun and playful, and the colors in that Eat, Sleep, Scrap, Repeat card, as well as that pattern paper that I cut, kind of going to dictate my the colors that I use in my layout. These other papers, you can see that's all I have left of that scrap. I like that blue polka dot, and on the top there, that pink stripe, that's just from Michael's, one of their basic pinks. But I'm really right now just trying to figure out the orientation that I like for these photos, and I don't know, just trying to keep it whimsical. We had a great day. It was fun shopping, and we got a selfie and captured these fun moments. They have like a little photo area at the expo. So yeah, so I'm spending a lot of time just looking through my pattern papers. I decided that I'm gonna use this Project Life card, but I'm going to cut it apart and use, I'd rather be scrapbooking as more of a phrase sticker type embellishment. And so you'll see here coming up that I will cut that down and use that on that photograph. Just cutting the white edges off my photos. The top one is a 4x6 with a border, and the 2 are 3x4s. And yeah, I'm just thinking about now where and how I'm going to orientate these pictures and what I'm going to use as more to bring in more colors. So I'm looking through. I keep my pattern papers filed by color there in that envelope, and just trying to find some greens that I like to kind of match the pattern paper. And yeah, this goes on for quite a bit. And so while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you that this, if you guys ever have the opportunity to go to an expo, you totally should, because they are so much fun. One of these days, I'm going to get my butt to a CHA type event, because I just love the people, the energy from these events from all these women. It's unbelievable, and I just love it, and I love being involved in it. Yeah, everyone there is just so friendly, and I did see Tim Holtz usually is at this event. He was in fact there. I did not go up and say hello to him, although he was there. I have several pictures of me with him because I've gone now for very many years. So yeah, I did finally, here we go, find a pink paper from my stash. I would guess it's from Stampin' Up, probably a retired pink. Most of the cardstock I use is from Stampin' Up. I'm just trying to figure out, you guys see there's a coral frame there, and I cut it in half, and the one edge has a tag on it, which is going to ultimately serve as the tag that I pull to incorporate from my product jar. Now I'm going to start gluing things down, and unfortunately my head is going to be in the way here a little bit, and I apologize for that. But I'm just trying to make sure everything is lined up. Yeah, I'm a little weird about that. Like, it doesn't have to be completely perfect, but I want it pretty close, especially when I'm doing something like this, and especially when I'm using the more inexpensive pattern paper, because if I need to move it after I've applied my glue, I know that chances are very good that I will tear this paper, and that's the last thing I want to do. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want, my placement of this stuff. Essentially, as you guys can see, essentially, as you could see, I wanted everything centrally put into the center of this page. The pictures are in black and white with a filter, so I'm going to place the title at this point, and I need to manipulate it just a bit because I'm wanting to place the Friends word over the expo background itself, and obviously not put the title on any of our faces. So yeah, that's what's in the background, the actual lights and vendors. So although I know I'm there and you can see it, of course, through the actual title, I didn't feel like the vendors and all that stuff was truly relevant. I have other pictures from this day scrapped, and it'll go in my project life as well. So I'm totally fine with covering it up, even though, it's fun to see it in the background. So yeah, just trying to get everything tweaked out. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, I want this to be kind of as, I don't know what the word is, but I want it to kind of all have a nice flow with no weird gaps in, where the paper meets and so on and so forth. Like, I see all the time these other YouTubers, and they talk about like trap space, and I'm kind of aware of that. Sometimes it bothers me more than others, but in this particular instance, it does bother me because there's a lot of colors going on here in this layout. The one color that I don't seem to repeat, which I know people say, you kind of want to have the same color in 3 places. I don't seem to repeat the navy, but that's okay because black, it's close enough where I feel like the black is kind of reading as navy, and there's enough contrast in the photos. So as you can see now, I'm backing it up on those 2 3x4s on a green, and I added one of my black kind of arrow clips, and that is from Stampin' Up. Pulled out some wood veneer. That was also something from my project jar, and I'm going to use that in 3 places. I have a pair of scissors up by the title, Friends, and 2 hearts that I have pulled. Both of those hearts are from Stampin' Up. The scissors are old, probably from Studio Calico. I'm not sure. And so I'm adding a silver eyelet to that little piece of chipboard that I've now turned into a tag. Yeah, I'm just trying to get situated here. Like I said, this layout took me several days. I'm not sure why, but I like how it turns out. It's not my favorite, but I am pleased with it. I don't know. I struggled with it. It sat here, and we had the holiday weekend, so I wasn't making time to do any crafting. So yeah, so I am kind of roughing up the edges there, and right now I'm deciding on maybe stamps I'm going to use, and my journaling. So I did my typewritten journaling, and one of the other things that I pulled from my jar to use was ribbon, and so I do have ribbon, and I always find it's fun to use it like a washi tape, so I put a knot at the end to give it a little bit of texture and dimension, just something different. So it's a nice flat knot, and I'm going to adhere it with score tape here. And I actually added some texture onto the bottom of that journaling piece. You can't see it very well, maybe in the photos after, but it's with the Lawn Fawn stitched border dies. It's just a diagonal stitch that goes underneath that orange ribbon. The camera paper, that's from my pink paisley memorandum. I pulled that and cut a small piece just to bring in a little more black. You can see there that I did end up using one of the printables from the Carpe Diem, and it's up there by my girlfriend's face. It's turquoise, and it says put a sticker on it. And I added one of my epoxy bubbles on top to turn it into a fun looking piece of flair. Right now I am stamping a stamp, and it's just a speech bubble with a heart in it. I'm going to use some black Memento ink and my Misty, and it's just going to be fun. And I'm actually going to incorporate that into another piece of flair with an epoxy bubble as well. And then on the printable sheet itself, where it shows what's actually in, like on the printables, this is a little 1/2 inch epoxy bubble that I put on top of a pink heart. And I'm going to add that, so I have 3 different sizes of my little circles there on the side. And I like that. I'm going to add the same and do the same as well to the stamped speech bubble there. I have a 1/2 inch epoxy. I have all the sizes. Who are we kidding? And I just got those on eBay, you guys. They're super cheap, and you've seen me use them a lot. Yeah, and just going to arrange these. I'm deciding on a roller stamp. Not sure where I'm going to put it at this point, but in the meantime, I've colored my wood veneer black with my Sharpie marker, and I'm looking for a tag now to possibly bring in a little bit of color towards the bottom there, feeling it like it's a little off kilter. So I find myself a little tab there, and I also decide on my Amy Tangerine roller stamp, and it's going to say love this, which I'll just stamp in a black ink and adhere it to the bottom there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my crochet twine to the tag in a moment. So yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming together. Yeah, as you guys will see, the final product looks nice. It's very colorful for me. I didn't stamp well here, so I'm using my Sharpie fine tip marker to fill in the void there. You know, it's one of those things. The Misty has changed my stamping life. There is no doubt about it, like it has for many others. But on occasion, you can't use the Misty. So yeah. So I'm just adhering that to the bottom. I cut a little off. Adhering my last heart. And then, yeah, I will put some thread through that hole and staple it down in my little twirly thing. I do end up having to go retrieve a regular office stapler because my little tiny attacher wasn't long enough. So yeah, like I mentioned, if I remember, I'm going to put those printable links down in the description box below, if I'm able to link them, of course. And yeah, I would love for you to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. There is going to be a still shot of this layout at the end, and yeah, I hope to do more of these. They're not easy. They're not hard by any means. I'm just lazy. Who are we kidding? But oh, here I'm adding some black Wink of Stella glitter to my wood veneer elements. So yeah, if you want to follow me, like this video, subscribe to my channel, I would love it. I'll actually put my link to my Instagram page and my Facebook page in the description box below. And if you have any questions, you know, as always, feel free to answer them or ask them, and I will do my best to answer them. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.